The conversation around the WNBA has shifted from quiet frustration to high-stakes urgency, because the league has just placed an offer on the table that feels less like negotiation and more like survival. It is the kind of stunning, last-minute proposal that flips the entire basketball world upside down, leaving fans buzzing, players whispering, and executives scrambling to control a narrative that suddenly slipped out of their hands. Overnight, the WNBA went from modest salary discussions to unveiling a CBA proposal that shatters every financial expectation in league history. For the first time, the max salary crosses the $1 million threshold, instantly setting off alarms across social media, locker rooms, and front offices. The minimum salary skyrockets to over $200,000. Rookies get security. Veterans get leverage. Stars get validation. And the league gets something it desperately needed but may not fully know how to manage: attention mixed with panic. Because this offer, bold as it is, did not come from a place of comfort. It came from pressure. It came from fear. It came from a brand new force rising in women's basketball. It is disrupting every rule the WNBA has operated under for 2 decades, for months. Players had been asking for incremental progress, pushing for slow but steady improvements that matched the league's growth. But no one expected an overnight transformation this dramatic. Suddenly, everyone was asking the same question: why now? What changed so fast that the league jumped from small raises to million-dollar salaries? The moment fans looked deeper, the answer became undeniable. Project B, the new heavyweight in women's basketball, had entered the picture with a financial arsenal the WNBA simply could not ignore. While the WNBA celebrated breaking the 1 million mark, Project B casually set its minimum salary at $2 million, instantly outpacing anything the established league could offer. And this wasn't just a theoretical number on paper. Players had already received the contracts. They already saw the details. They already knew the opportunities waiting for them. Alyssa Thomas, Jonquel Jones, Nika Ogwumike, and Jewel Lloyd signed deals that stunned the entire league. These weren't rumors. These were the kind of concrete, life-changing agreements that made everyone else realize the landscape had shifted for good. This is why the WNBA moved so aggressively. Not because they suddenly became generous, but because waiting even one more month meant risking an exodus of stars that could permanently alter the power structure of women's basketball. With Project B offering massive salaries, lighter schedules, better travel, and elite-level accommodations, players could finally earn money worthy of their talent without the exhausting grind of overseas commitments. The WNBA watched this unfold and realized the threat was not distant. It was happening now. And if their players continued walking toward the door, the league had no guarantee they would come back. So the CBA proposal became a shield, a counterstrike, a statement that the WNBA was willing to fight to keep its stars before the competition swallowed them whole. But beneath the excitement of higher pay sits a deeper truth that players understand all too well. Money alone does not fix every problem. Charter flights remain inconsistent. Team standards vary wildly. Roster sizes remain painfully small, leaving talented players cut each season. Some franchises operate like big market contenders, while others still struggle to provide basics. These issues have simmered for years, and while the new salary structure is a step forward, many players worry that it distracts from the larger systemic problems that still linger without resolution. Tension inside, negotiating rooms only grew as both sides tried to move toward a deal. The players' union pushed for sweeping improvements. Owners hesitated, fearing long-term financial strain. And hovering in the background, always close enough to influence everything, was Project B. Every demand from players suddenly carried more weight. Every delay from owners carried more risk. Everyone involved knew that one mistake could send the league's biggest stars straight into the arms of the rising competitor. Meanwhile, expansion plans added even more pressure. The Toronto Temple and Portland Fire were supposed to be celebrated milestones for the league's future. Proof that momentum was finally shifting in women's basketball. But without a completed CBA, both franchises were stuck in limbo. No rosters, no draft plans, no operational clarity. A league trying to grow was being held back by uncertainty at the worst possible time. On top of everything, another silent fear continued to influence every decision. The WNBA's financial reliance on Caitlin Clark. Her arrival transformed the league instantly. Attendance exploded. TV ratings doubled. Road games sold out. Sponsorships spiked. Merchandise sales reached historic levels. She became the engine of the league's business model. And when she sat out with injuries, the numbers proved what owners already feared. Without Clark, even temporarily, interest wavered. The league's growth was real, but it was fragile, built on the shoulders of a single rookie. Executives knew that if Clark suffered another injury or decided to reduce her workload to protect her long-term career, the financial impact could be devastating. This reality made the timing of the new salary proposal even more telling. It wasn't just a raise, it was a safety net. A way to ensure that star players had enough incentive to stay committed even if the league's biggest attraction faced uncertainty. Players felt the weight of all of this. Some celebrated the raise as a long-awaited victory. Others compared it to the $2 million contracts in Project B and wondered whether the WNBA was already too far behind. Many questioned whether the offer would truly uplift the entire league or only benefit a select few. The salary cap remained a looming barrier, and while fans debated whether stars deserved $10 million salaries,